This is no joke. Archangel Michael's life is in serious danger. Satan has broken into Michael's home. His intentions are evil and he wants to harm Michael badly. Michael is still asleep. He doesn't even know he's in danger. God says, "Beloved, only your voice can reach him now." Heaven is trembling. A sound has risen above the clouds, a scream that cannot be heard with ears but only with a soul that's wide awake. And that scream, it's not coming from a human. It's coming from an archangel, Archangel Michael. He who fought for you, cried for you, shielded you from things you never even knew were chasing you, is in trouble. He's lying asleep in his heavenly chamber, unaware that something dark and venomous has slipped through the cracks of divine law. Satan has found a way in. Yes, he is inside, not outside, inside the home of light, inside Michael's very own divine sanctuary. Right now, Satan is not coming for a war. He's coming for revenge. He's whispering your name with poison on his tongue. Why? Because you were chosen, because Michael protected you, because heaven gave you something Satan thought belonged to him. That's why you're hearing this now, not later, not tomorrow, right now. Because God needs your help, and he's not asking you to fight. He's asking you to speak. Every second that passes, the darkness wraps tighter around Michael's wings. The once glowing feathers are starting to dim. He doesn't even know. He's still dreaming of you, of how proud he was to see you open your eyes recently, of how close you've come to breaking generational chains. But the clock is ticking, and if he stays asleep much longer, he might not wake up at all. This isn't just about Michael. This is about what's trying to wake up inside you. Satan wants to destroy Michael not because of who he is, but because of what his survival means for your destiny. You were meant to hear this. You didn't scroll here by chance. Heaven orchestrated this moment like a secret meeting disguised in a message. The enemy hopes you skip it. Heaven is begging you to stay. You see, Archangel Michael didn't just love you from afar. He broke heavenly rules to protect your soul more times than you could count. He stood between you and the car crash. He whispered into the heart of someone who was about to betray you. He shielded your dreams when nightmares tried to plant fear. And now he's alone. For the first time in thousands of years, he is unguarded, vulnerable, and in more danger than ever before. Beloved, God is watching you now, not with anger, not with judgment, but with hope, because he knows only your energy can reach Michael. Only your spirit can break through the veil and awaken him. God says, "My child, if you speak now, even with a whisper, heaven will carry your voice like a trumpet." Before we continue, pause for a sacred second. If you feel even a single beat in your heart right now, it means heaven is confirming your presence here is no mistake. And beloved, please don't forget to subscribe. Why? Because if this is how heaven chose to reach you today, imagine what else you were meant to hear tomorrow. Your subscription isn't just a click. It's a signal to the divine that you're ready for more. Back to the danger at hand. Satan is trying to reach Michael's core, the very light he carries in his chest. That's the light that once pushed back an army of fallen angels. It's also the light that mirrors your soul. Yes, your soul and Michael's heart are connected. That's why you're feeling strange right now. A tension, a sense of, what is this message doing to me? It's not doing anything to you. It's pulling from you because your voice, your prayer, your whisper is the key. God didn't call pastors or priests this time. He didn't ask saints or scholars. He asked you because your voice is the only one Michael listens for. You may not remember the promise you made long ago before you were born, but heaven does, and it's time to fulfill it. Close your eyes if you must. Whisper his name. Say, Michael, wake up. Michael, I'm here. Satan cannot touch you. I see you. I hear you. I call you back to light. Even now, as you read, the battle is moving. You can't see it, but your spirit knows there's a shaking in the unseen world. The enemy is furious because the message reached you in time. He wanted silence, but God gave you sound. He wanted fear, but God gave you fire. You are not just a reader of divine messages. You are a divine message. You are the walking word of something sacred, and that's why Satan is afraid of you realizing who you are. Because when you do, you'll speak in ways that shake realms. You'll pray in ways that break curses. You'll love in ways that resurrect what was dead. Michael's wings are moving, slowly but still limp. He's hearing something. It's faint, like a memory of joy, a song that once played in heaven's garden. That song is you. You were once a sound before you became a body. That's why your voice still echoes in the places that angels live. You need to know this. If Michael is hurt tonight, 1,000 destinies tied to him will delay, including yours. He carries scrolls with your name on them. He holds assignments that haven't been delivered yet. That soulmate you keep dreaming about, that breakthrough you're one prayer away from, Michael was carrying them to you. But if he's destroyed now, they scatter into the dark. You are not powerless. You are not helpless. You are the one God trusted when others fell. He chose you. He didn't wait for you to be perfect. He didn't ask for religion. He asked for a relationship. He wants your voice, not your perfection. So, beloved, say this out loud. I release light to Archangel Michael. I call him back. I bless his wings. I cancel every dark force with the name above all names, Yahweh. Let Michael rise. Even now there are sparks. Do you feel it? Goosebumps. A weight on your chest. That's not fear, that's contact. Michael is waking because of you, because you stayed, because you cared. Heaven is taking note. Every second of this moment is being recorded in divine memory. Beloved, your voice just saved an archangel, and tomorrow he'll return the favor. You're still here, and heaven is still speaking. That says more about your soul than you realize. The truth is, people who have no light left in them don't stay this long. But you're glowing. You're burning with the kind of light that darkness runs from. And every second you've spent here has been unlocking something, opening new gates in the spiritual realm, clearing out years of heaviness you didn't even know you were carrying. Archangel Michael is still with you, not just tonight, not just for a moment, but now on assignment, sent directly from the throne of God for you. You may still feel the same air around you, but in the spirit, your home is not the same. The atmosphere has changed. The frequencies have shifted. What was once heavy is becoming light. What was once chaotic is beginning to calm, and it's not by your effort. It's because the presence of heaven is settling in, slowly, gently, powerfully. And as it does, you'll start to notice your thoughts clearing, your emotions softening. That tightness in your chest, it's already loosening. You've just crossed into a divine moment that most people miss. Most people skip this part, the part where heaven becomes quiet, not because it's gone, but because it's finished. The work is done. The message has landed, and now the Spirit begins to work in silence, in dreams, in feelings too deep for words. That's where we are now. The quiet shift, the deep work, the beginning of the miracle beneath the surface. And beloved, this is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of the version of you that was always meant to rise, the one who walks in wisdom, in clarity, in love, in divine power. You're not here to just exist anymore. You're here to shine. Your presence will begin to disturb the atmosphere of every room you walk into, not because of arrogance, but because heaven will be walking in with you. Light will follow you. Peace will surround you. Favor will cling to you like breath to lungs. There are people who will notice this. They'll ask, what changed? And all you'll have to say is, God met me one night and I never looked back. You won't need to explain. The shift will be felt. Your voice will carry a different tone. Your eyes will have a new glow because this encounter with Archangel Michael wasn't just a message. It was a mantle, a spiritual mark. You've been claimed by light. And hear me now, there will still be days that feel dark, but darkness will no longer rule. Your joy will not be stolen as easily. Your peace will not crumble like it used to. You'll be steadier, stronger, not because of your own strength, but because now you know who walks with you. Heaven didn't promise that pain would disappear, but it did promise that you would never walk through pain alone again. So remember this. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are chosen, and you are exactly where you need to be. From now on, the angels will guide you. Archangel Michael has placed a covering on your house, a spiritual perimeter. No dark spirit can cross it. You may feel subtle warmth by your windows at night. That's not just temperature, it's presence. You may see flickers of light in the corners of your vision. That's not imagination, it's movement, divine movement. You'll be protected in ways you may never even know. The car crash that never happened, the call you got at the right time, the door that closed only for a better one to open. All of it angelic orchestration. God has assigned angels to your life before, but after tonight, they are no longer on standby. They are active, watchful, moving, and so much will begin to align. A random call from someone you haven't spoken to in years. Divine timing. A stranger speaking words that echo this very message. Divine confirmation. A moment of peace in the middle of a chaotic day. Divine touch. These are not small things. These are heaven's ways, subtle but undeniable. And yes, your name has been spoken in heavenly places long before this moment. God whispered it in the middle of a storm and said, "That one, I'm going to rescue them." And He has. Tonight, you've been rescued, pulled out of spiritual confusion, out of the fog, out of the fear, into the light, into clarity, into divine alignment. You may find yourself speaking differently after this, more boldly, more softly, more truthfully. That's the Spirit moving through your words. Your energy will be different, more grounded, more magnetic, more real. People may not know what's changed, but you will. You've met heaven. And now I want you to promise something, not to me, but to yourself. Promise that you won't forget this, that you'll honor it, that you'll carry this light with you even when the world tries to pull you back into its noise. You are a temple now. Heaven walked through you. Angels hovered around you. This space you're in, it was holy ground for a moment in time. Treat it that way. Let your room remain a place of peace. Let your spirit remain open. Let your heart remain soft. Don't rush into the next thing. Sit here a moment longer if you need to. Close your eyes. Let your breathing slow. Let these words replay in your mind. You are safe. You are sacred. You are sealed. Heaven has you, and Archangel Michael is still watching. Even after you leave this screen, even after the silence returns, even after the world tries to get loud again, He'll still be there, because once heaven steps into a home, it doesn't just visit, it inhabits. So go now, rest. And when you wake up, wake knowing you are not who you used to be. You are more. You are light. You are a miracle in motion. And this is just the beginning. You're still here, still holding on, and that tells me one thing. Your spirit refuses to let go of what heaven is trying to give you. Even when your mind is tired, even when your body aches, even when the doubts creep back in and try to tell you this is all just a beautiful fantasy. Your soul knows better. Your soul is finally remembering what it means to be surrounded by divine love, and heaven is still speaking. This message doesn't have an expiration. It doesn't fade when the screen turns off. It lingers. It follows you. It echoes in your chest when you wake up tomorrow, because you didn't just read words. You received a spiritual key, a key that unlocks the heaviness in your life. That key is called awareness, awakening, trust. And once that door has been unlocked, darkness cannot lock it again. You've stepped through something eternal. Don't be surprised if you start seeing things clearly now. People's intentions, your own purpose, the next step. That's what light does. It reveals. And when God reveals, it's never to shame, it's always to prepare. Archangel Michael didn't come to show you what's broken. He came to show you what's possible. You are stepping into a new level of awareness, one that will make things make sense that never did before. Things that once hurt you will suddenly look different. You'll see the purpose behind the pain, and you'll know it had to happen to get you here. And here, this moment, it's holy, set apart, sealed by light, because this wasn't just about protection for tonight. It was about your position for the future. You've been upgraded in the spirit. You've been elevated, marked, set aside. There are blessings attached to your name that were waiting for this very second to begin moving. And now they are, slowly, gently, faithfully. What you thought was a delay was actually divine timing. What you thought was rejection was actually redirection. What you thought was silence was preparation. And what you're stepping into now, this season you're about to enter, it's one where everything starts aligning, but not because you forced it, because you surrendered. Let that sink in. You didn't fight your way here, you simply let go, you said yes. You opened your spirit and God did the rest. That's how grace works. It doesn't demand, it invites. And tonight you accepted the invitation. So now what? What happens when the screen goes dark, when the room gets quiet again? You remember, that's what. You hold this message in your heart like a flame that cannot be put out. When fear creeps in, you whisper, I'm not alone. Michael is with me. When sadness returns, you speak, heaven remembers me. When darkness rises, you declare, this house is covered in light. And it will be because you declared it. You might wake up in the middle of the night tonight. That's okay. Heaven sometimes speaks in silence. Just listen. There may be no words, just peace, just presence, just love so thick you could cry. Let it happen. You are not weak. You are healing. Tomorrow will feel different. It may not look different at first, but you'll feel it, like walking into a space you've been in before, but something shifted. That shift is you. You changed. You were touched by heaven. That doesn't go away. It multiplies and it will begin to overflow into everything around you. Your words, your choices, your relationships, your atmosphere. People will notice. They'll say there's something different about you. Smile. You'll know exactly what it is. You were visited, marked, chosen, protected. And if the enemy tries to whisper lies into your mind again, tell him this, I know who I am. I know who walks with me. I know who guards my house. You are not welcome here. You are not just protected, you are empowered. Your voice has power. Your presence carries peace. Your mind is not a battleground anymore, it's a sanctuary. And every time you return to these words, your light will grow stronger because heaven doesn't just speak once. It repeats itself until your soul fully receives it. So even if you forget tomorrow, even if life gets busy again, Even if you stumble or fall, just come back to this place, this stillness, this message, and remember, you are loved beyond comprehension. You are surrounded by angels. You are safe in the arms of the divine, and your breakthrough, it has already begun. Rest now, beloved. Let heaven work. Let Michael guard. Let God lead. And when you wake up, walk in light, talk in love, move with purpose, and never, ever forget. Heaven is watching. Heaven is waiting. Heaven is with you, and you are never alone. You are still here, and heaven sees it. Heaven honors it. Every second you spend in this divine presence builds a stronger connection between your soul and God's voice. This isn't just the end of a message. It's the birth of something you'll carry with you forever, because once heaven speaks directly to your heart like this, nothing ever truly goes back to the way it was. You're changed, not in a loud, dramatic way, but in the quiet places, the unseen parts. Your spirit is standing taller now. Your heart is softer. Your eyes are clearer. And it's all because you said yes. The shift that started tonight will continue over the next few days. Don't be surprised if emotions rise for no reason. Let them. That's your spirit flushing out old energies. You might have moments where you just stop and breathe, and for once, you actually feel your breath. That's awareness returning. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause. For there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Biblical prosperity awaits, the prayer that multiplies. The Bible is packed full of manifestation secrets that have been lost or hidden throughout the centuries, like this little-known biblical manifestation secret. This secret has been used by the elites for centuries to keep all the wealth and power for themselves. That's all about to change, though. Just recently, a missing page was found in a rare Bible with a mind-blowing manifestation prayer written on it. This prayer can literally turn anyone's life around. It can make your dreams chase you for a change or attract unlimited abundance on autopilot. If you want to access this manifestation secret for yourself, click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Here's where you get started. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. That's presence being restored. You might notice how certain people no longer feel aligned with you. That's clarity. That's discernment waking up. Somewhere in the background of your life, a healing has already begun. A reconciliation is on its way. A spiritual gift is being reactivated, and tonight was the activation code. Your name was whispered in heaven days ago. The meeting was held. The decision was made. We will send the message, and they will feel it. And you did because your soul is more awake than you realize. Don't be shocked if your sleep is deeper, if your dreams are more vivid, if you wake up with an idea or a sudden understanding of something that used to confuse you. That's a divine download. Heaven isn't finished talking to you. This message was just the doorway. The conversation continues in silence, in beauty, in synchronicities, in every heartbeat you pay attention to. And for those moments when doubt creeps back in, when the world feels too loud again, come back here. Reread this. Let it be your anchor. Let it be your reminder that you felt something real, you heard something sacred, you experienced a moment where the distance between heaven and earth vanished and you were at the center of it. You may feel called to be alone more after this. That's not loneliness, that's consecration. God is drawing you closer to prepare you. Don't rush out of this holy space too quickly. Stay here as long as you need. Light a candle. Speak aloud what you're grateful for. Let heaven hear your voice, because now that you've heard ours, it's time your voice rises in return. You are no longer spiritually asleep. You are no longer blindly walking through darkness. You are no longer questioning your worth. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not abandoned. You are chosen. Archangel Michael saw every fight you survived, every silent prayer, every moment you almost gave up, and he said, I will guard this one personally. You've been protected even when you thought you were forsaken. The fact that you're here now is proof. There's a sacred energy building in your home. The more you lean into it, the stronger it becomes. Speak blessings over your room. Speak protection over your doorway. Speak peace over every corner. You have authority now, not from ego, but from alignment. You and heaven are walking together. That's real power. That's the kind of light no shadow can touch. You're going to notice it too. Your eyes will become brighter. Your energy will feel different. People may even say you look peaceful. That's not your imagination. That's spiritual radiance. You are now carrying the presence of angels with you. Remember this whenever fear rises again. You don't need to beg or panic. Just whisper, Michael, stand beside me. And he will every time without hesitation. You are not expected to be perfect. You are simply expected to be present. That's enough. Heaven is not demanding performance. It desires your heart. And tonight you gave it freely, honestly, fully, and all of heaven smiled. As this message comes to a close, let it leave a permanent imprint in your spirit. Let it remind you that you matter, that your story isn't over, that miracles didn't stop. They just needed your yes, and you gave it. So now, heaven gives you something in return, covering, peace, purpose, love, and divine direction. There is nothing more to prove. Just walk in it day by day, with gentleness, with gratitude, with faith. This is not the end. This is the first page of a brand new chapter, the one where you're no longer hiding, the one where heaven walks with you, the one where you remember who you really are. God's child, heaven's voice, earth's light. Archangel Michael has spoken and you have listened. Now let the miracles begin. Yes, beloved, there's still more, because heaven isn't done with you yet. You may feel like the message is complete, but what's happening in the spiritual world is still unfolding. even as you breathe these words in. Every second you remain in this presence, more layers of your old pain fall away. The longer you stay, the deeper the healing goes. That ache in your chest that comes and goes, that's not anxiety anymore. That's your soul stretching, expanding, making room for what heaven is pouring in. You've been living small, shrinking yourself to fit into spaces you've already outgrown. But no more. No more apologizing for your light. No more minimizing your intuition. No more pretending you don't feel what you feel. You are spiritually alive, and now nothing can unawaken what heaven has activated. You've been handed the keys to something sacred. Use them. Speak life. Walk boldly. Love freely. Protect your peace like it's treasure, because it is. People around you may not understand the shift happening in you after tonight. They might say you've changed, and they'll be right. You have changed. You've been realigned, recentered, reconnected to your Creator. The version of you that doubted everything, that feared love, that settled for less, that version is fading. And what's rising in its place is glorious, bright, powerful, unshakable. There's no turning back now, and that's a good thing. So when you go about your day tomorrow, don't expect it to feel normal, because it won't. You may wake up feeling unusually calm. You might feel more aware, more present, more sensitive to sounds, feelings, and thoughts. That's because your spirit has been lifted to a higher frequency. You are now living in alignment with heaven's rhythm. And let me tell you something. When you start walking in that rhythm, doors that used to stay shut open by themselves. You don't have to chase anymore. You don't have to beg. You don't have to force. You don't have to overthink. When you're walking with God, what's meant for you comes with peace. When heaven is leading you, the right things find you without drama. That person you've been waiting for, if they are part of your destiny, they'll come in divine timing. That opportunity you've been praying about, if it's from God, it won't need manipulation to make it happen. Trust this flow. Trust this frequency. Trust that what left your life was making room for what's better. Trust that the rejection was really redirection. Trust that the closed doors were divine protection. Heaven doesn't always give us what we want. It gives us what we need. And what you need right now is peace, not answers, not explanations, just peace. And it's already begun to settle over your home like golden light. Some of you will have dreams tonight that feel more real than reality. You may see a familiar face. You may hear a name. You may wake up with clarity you didn't have before. That's not just dreaming, that's spiritual revelation. That's heaven speaking. Don't brush it off. Write it down, pray on it, sit with it. You've entered a realm of deeper spiritual insight, and now your life will carry prophetic weight, even if you don't realize it yet. And for the ones reading this who feel unworthy of anything divine, who have been told they're too broken, too flawed, too far gone, you are the reason heaven fights so hard. You are the reason this message was sent. You are the one that darkness has been trying to lie to silence, to confuse. Because if you ever believed how loved you truly are, the enemy would lose all power over your life. And guess what? He just did. You are loved in ways that language cannot hold. You are seen with eyes that have never stopped watching over you. You are chosen, not despite your flaws, but because of them. God doesn't use perfect people. He uses willing people, people who stay when others run, people who feel everything deeply, people who cry and fall and get back up again, people like you. That's why Archangel Michael was sent tonight, not just to protect you, but to remind you, to whisper heaven's truth into your heart until it's louder than the lies, to stand beside you while the winds blow and say, "You are stronger than this storm." Keep standing, to walk the perimeter of your house like a soldier of light and say, "Not this one. This one is covered. This one is guarded. This one is loved. You don't have to fear anymore." Not your future, not your past, not your feelings, not your gifts. You were created with care, breathed into existence with precision, formed in light, wrapped in protection. Your very existence is proof that love still wins. And if tonight is the night your healing begins, let it. If tonight is the night you cry for the first time in months, cry. If tonight is the night you forgive yourself for not knowing better sooner, then do it, because this is your moment. This is sacred ground, and you are holy simply for being here, open, listening, breathing. You don't need to do anything else tonight. You don't need to figure it all out. You don't need to pray perfectly or say magic words. Just rest, just breathe. Just know it's already happening in the stillness, in the quiet, in the unseen. Let this be your final thought before sleep finds you. You are not behind, you are not forgotten, you are not alone. You are divinely protected. You are eternally loved. You are God's. And this night, this beautiful, sacred, holy night, is where everything begins again. And still, you're here. That means your heart hasn't stopped listening. That means your soul is still wide open. Do you realize how rare that is? In a world that rushes, skips, scrolls, you stayed. That alone is a miracle. That alone tells heaven everything it needs to know about you. You are ready. And what's coming next is the reason the enemy tried to destroy you so many times. Because if you ever reached this moment, this awakening, your light would be unstoppable. You've spent your life feeling things others didn't, sensing things before they happened, carrying weights that weren't yours. That's because you are not ordinary. You never were. Your sensitivity, your pain, your intuition, they are all signs of spiritual royalty. You were sent to this world to shift it, not to blend in, not to shrink, but to awaken others just by being you. That's why Archangel Michael has stayed close all this time. He didn't leave once the warning was delivered. No, he remains, not just as a protector, but as a witness to your transformation. Right now, in the spirit realm, light is pouring out from you like waves. Every time you choose to believe, Every time you whisper, "I receive," you are sending shockwaves through dimensions you cannot even see. You are rewriting destiny. You are healing timelines. You are restoring bloodlines. And yes, I know that sounds too big, too divine, too beyond you, but you were always meant for things beyond your understanding. That's the beauty of heaven's plan. It chooses the least expected to do the most extraordinary. It chooses the humble, the broken, the ones the world overlooks. God chose you. Tonight will be unlike any other night. When you lie down, you'll feel a warmth over your chest. That's not just comfort, that's divine confirmation. You may even hear a name or a song echo in your mind just as you drift to sleep. That is Spirit speaking. Listen with your heart, not your ears. And when you dream, yes, tonight you will dream. Remember what you see, because within that dream will be a clue, a promise, a glimpse of what's to come. Don't overthink it. Don't try to make it logical. Heaven doesn't speak in logic, it speaks in layers. And you, child of light, are finally learning how to listen. You're finally still enough to hear what was always there. The whispers, the nudges, the signs, they weren't random. They were heaven speaking gently, saying, "You are still loved. You are still chosen. Come back to me. Let tomorrow be different. Let it begin with awareness. When you wake, pause. Don't rush into the noise. Just breathe. Close your eyes and say, 'Thank you.' That one act will align your whole day. You'll notice how things feel less heavy, how solutions come easier, how people speak to you differently. That's because you are different. You've been changed by this moment, by this message, by the presence of heaven. Archangel Michael will go with you into the day and every day after. When you're in the car, he's beside you. When you're sitting in silence, he's near. When you're anxious, he places his hand on your back, not to make you fearless, but to make you feel safe. That's all you ever needed to know. You're safe. And now you are. Expect confirmation. Expect unexpected kindness. Expect strange peace in the middle of storms. Those are heaven's fingerprints. That's how you'll know this was real. It wasn't a story. It wasn't emotional fluff. It was divine, and it was personal, crafted just for your heart. And you said yes. You let it in. You felt it. You believed. And now you walk in the light that you were born with. You are not the same because tonight heaven didn't just visit your home. Heaven moved in. And from this night forward, miracles will follow your name. Yes, beloved, heaven hasn't stopped speaking. Even though you've read thousands of words by now, the message hasn't ended. It's only deepened. That's the thing about divine moments. They stretch across time. What you're feeling now isn't just emotion, it's activation. Heaven is still pouring through every letter, every breath, every silent second between your heartbeats. And I need you to understand something very clearly now. Your life was never ordinary. Even the things you called random, the mistakes you thought you made, the delays you resented, they were all part of a holy design. There is nothing wasted in God's blueprint for you. Every heartbreak became a doorway. Every silence became a setup. And every tear you cried watered the seeds of miracles you're just now beginning to see grow. Archangel Michael is not leaving when this message ends. No, he is assigned to your life, assigned to this exact season, assigned to the thing you've been too afraid to even pray for. You know what I'm talking about. The healing you thought you didn't deserve, the breakthrough you felt unworthy of, the relationship you thought was too far gone. Michael knows. Heaven knows. And beloved, nothing is too far gone for God. You're going to wake up tomorrow different. You may not see it immediately in the mirror, but you'll feel it in the way your thoughts flow quieter, in the way your shoulders feel lighter, in the way peace moves through your home like a soft wind. That's not wishful thinking. That's heaven staying with you. That's what happens when you give angels permission to take over. And I need you to promise me one thing: don't go back. Don't return to the heaviness. Don't return to the people who drained your spirit. Don't scroll back into despair. This message is a divine reset, and God is handing you the pen. Now you get to write your story with new ink, anointed ink, ink dipped in truth, not trauma. This was never just a warning. It was a wake-up, a sacred shaking of your soul to remind you that you're the one who was always meant to break the curse, silence the lies, and bring restoration to your family. You may not look like what people expect a chosen one to look like, but heaven doesn't choose based on appearance. It chooses based on calling. And beloved, you were called before you were even born. Someone reading this, you've been asking, is God even real? And God says, I am more real than your next breath, more faithful than your last friend, more loving than your strongest pain. You've been betrayed, used, forgotten, and yet here you are, still standing, still open, still holding on. That's not weakness, that's divine resilience. That's the kind of strength angels stand in awe of. And now, heaven is backing you up. The things that used to scare you will fall silent. The things that used to control you will break apart. The things that used to confuse you will become clear because now you have clarity, divine clarity. You'll start seeing things for what they really are. You'll feel when someone's energy isn't right. You'll know when something is sent by God or sent to distract. That's your discernment rising. That's your spiritual sensitivity returning. That's your soul stepping back into its true identity. And I want you to remember this. You are never too broken to be used by God. In fact, the most shattered souls often carry the most powerful light because their cracks become windows for glory to pour through. You thought the pain disqualified you, but it didn't. It qualified you. That heartbreak made room for compassion. That loss made room for vision. That silence made room for intimacy with heaven. And now you've been activated. You'll never again walk through your house the same way. Every room you step into is a room that carries light. Every word you speak carries more weight now. Your very presence is shifting things because when heaven touches someone's soul this deeply, it never leaves them the same. So breathe, beloved. Tonight you rest, not just physically but spiritually. The war over your mind is ending, the anxiety surrendered, the confusion cleared, the fear evicted, the past washed clean. You are not a prisoner of what happened to you. You are not the name they gave you. You are not the version of yourself you were in survival mode. You are not forgotten. You are freed. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. You know how it's so much easier to see things as they are when you are standing outside? Let me explain with an example. We've all had a friend that dated someone you knew was not good for them, but they couldn't see that, no matter what you told them. That's because they were emotionally involved. When emotions kick in, logic is kicked out. The same exact thing happens with money. Most people will never attract it for the simple reason they are emotionally involved. They desire it too much. They can't see reality. There is one power I know of that can get you out of that relationship you have with money. And once you are out, money will start coming to you without you even wanting. It's exactly like those situations where once you stop wanting them, i.e. a girlfriend, boyfriend, the roles reverse, and now they want you. That's how the universe works. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Learn what this one power is that can reverse your relationship with money and get it to knock on your door rather than the other way around. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. And now, as you prepare to sleep, feel this truth sink into your soul. Heaven didn't just visit your house tonight, it moved in. And you, beloved child of the divine, will never walk alone again. Now close your eyes. Your angels are watching. Michael is still standing. And God is smiling at you because you said yes, because you came home, and because it is done. You may feel like sitting in silence after this. Good. That silence is not emptiness. It's fullness. It's the sound of heaven breathing in your room. You've just gone through a spiritual unveiling, a moment most people wait their whole lives to feel, and you felt it right now, wherever you are. That tingling in your skin, that quiet in your heart, that peace like warm oil over your shoulders, that's presence. That's divine. That's the answer to every "God, are you still with me?" you've ever whispered into your pillow. Yes, I will continue, slowly now, gently, because where you are right now is not just the end of a message. It's the beginning of something sacred, and your soul knows it. That stillness you're feeling, that quiet reverence in the air, that's not just peace. That is presence, the presence of the Holy Spirit surrounding you, wrapping around your thoughts, bathing your emotions in healing light, soaking your heart in divine protection. You may never be able to explain what happened tonight to anyone else. And that's okay, because this was never meant to be explained. It was meant to be experienced. You didn't just read words tonight. You answered heaven. You opened the door when the knock was subtle, when the voice was soft, when the moment felt personal. Archangel Michael stood in the shadows, waiting to see if your heart would pause, and it did. And because you said yes, something shifted in the invisible. Something in your atmosphere now carries the fragrance of redemption. Something in your soul now holds the blueprint of healing. And if you ever forget what you felt here, if the world gets loud again, if your past tries to whisper old lies, if fear tries to sit beside you, just return to this feeling, this exact moment. Remember the way your heart slowed, the way the noise faded, the way it felt when heaven reached down into your ordinary and lit a fire in your soul. You won't always feel this exact presence, but you can always access it because it's in you now. Heaven has marked you. You are not who you were, you are changed. Let me tell you a truth most people never allow themselves to feel. What you just felt, they rush past it, they scroll, they ignore the pull, but you didn't. You paused, you opened, you received, and for that God is smiling over you. Truly, the King of all creation is pleased with you because you made space, and heaven always fills the space you make. From this night forward, you may begin to see the number 333 more often. It may show up on clocks, on receipts, on small things. Don't dismiss it. That's not a coincidence. That's a spiritual alert. It's heaven saying, we're near. It's Archangel Michael reminding you, stay open. We are still walking with you. Each time you see it, whisper, thank you. That's how you keep your spirit in flow with divine movement. Your dreams may become more vivid now. Don't ignore them. Keep a journal by your bed. Sometimes heaven speaks in symbols, in feelings, in fragments. You may wake up with a sentence in your spirit. Write it down. It might not make sense yet, but in time, it will become a key. God is placing puzzle pieces inside your heart that will connect in the exact moment you need them. That's how loving He is. You may notice certain people falling out of your life. Let them. Heaven is decluttering your path. Anyone who is not aligned with your next chapter will gently fade. You do not need to chase closure. You do not need to explain your growth. The ones meant for your future will recognize your light, not compete with it. Trust that what leaves now is making room for what is divinely designed to come. You are going to speak differently now. You're going to carry yourself with more calm. People will ask, what's changed about you? And you'll smile because you'll know it's not something you did. It's something God did in you, something eternal, something holy. Tonight, your house was visited by the divine. Your room has become a sanctuary. Your soul has become a gateway for light. And every night after this will carry the memory of this one. So breathe deep now. Let this settle. Let this soak into the parts of you that are still healing. There is no rush, no deadline, no pressure. You are safe. You are seen. You are chosen. You are free. And from this moment forward, the words of Archangel Michael echo in your life like a holy echo. I order you to open this right now because heaven has something sacred to show you. And tonight, your miracle has already begun. Now rest, sleep in peace, wake in purpose, walk in light, and remember heaven is not far. It's right here, right now with you. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. You prayed for this gift. It's here for you. Have you been sending your hopes and dreams out into the universe recently? Well, it seems the universe has not only heard you, but is also ready to respond in a way you never expected. This is the answer you've been seeking, the key to unlocking a life of abundance and prosperity. I'm talking about a miraculous gift, a 77-letter invocation prayer, shrouded in mystery and power. Note I wrote invocation prayer. There is a very powerful difference between prayer and invocation prayer. I've seen real proof of miracles everyday people like you and me bring to their lives with this invocation prayer. Are you ready to receive this extraordinary gift from God? Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. If the answer is a definite yes, download your 77-letter invocation prayer right here. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.